Try not to draw any conclusions. You practice, practice, practice like this linearly. And as you go, then something will happen, and you will have a breakthrough. The conclusion will be drawn. Bing! It'll go up. That becomes habit. The only way habits come is through continued proper practice. But don't leave class and say, oh, John said that. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2, minus 1, that's 1, plus 4, 5, got it. We're in 5, we got 5. Do not do that. I encourage you not to do that. Your mind will draw its conclusion when it's time to draw its conclusion. And you're allowed to be in class and not quite get what's going on, especially when it's new. Does this not make sense? Like, how the hell, I was using the analogy, we're in Cambodia, we don't speak Cambodian, we don't know what the food is, and it's breakfast, and we're looking at the food, and we're like, is that fish? Is that noodle? Like, I don't know what to order for breakfast. Do you want to say anything, Derek? I thought it was terrific what you guys did in the sense you took my direction in that sense, and you were on your breath. It didn't seem forced. So there's lots to do in this scene, and I raised a whole bunch of stuff. I'm fine doing that, but I think this is very good.
I will say, actually, on what you just said, it did feel more like I was a lot less worried about screwing up a line or saying something wrong, because it felt like it just flew a lot more easily, I guess, when I was saying it in my own voice instead of trying to like say it as whatever I thought the character was.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
And could you follow Kendallin easier too?
Yeah.
You probably heard her.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think. Did you hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge. I'm going to tell you right now what you can say. How do I know what I know? That you didn't hear. Neither of you heard each other in the past last week. It's not a crime. No one is being criticized. No one is doing anything wrong. People don't do anything wrong in this class. I don't criticize. I critique. It's a big difference. But I still have to say, don't do that. But seriously. Anybody want to make a comment? We'll go to the next scene.
There's a hand.
Well, I know, sorry, because it's such a bad habit.
I'm so sorry,
No, no, you're good. I don't think anyone else noticed, but when we were sitting here, just the three of us, we had some conversation about urinals. And in that conversation, because I'm hyper attentive to things, was like noticing you guys go back and forth. And the minute you guys sat here, all that was out the window. Like I was like, what happened to the beautiful natural conversation we were having here? And then John did his little sprinkle of fairy dust on it. And then all of a sudden, like I felt like one of you could have switched your lines with the urinal conversation, and it made more sense that way. And so I would say, like, don't be afraid to go back to the headspace you guys were when we were sitting, because like the conversation, obviously, no one knew what we were gonna talk about. There was no worry about the pacing. No one was worried, oh, like whatever Ramtin says next, am I gonna forget and not know my line? Because you're just going along with the conversation. And so I think tapping into that would be very helpful for you guys.
So that's the observation, right? Because all of us are going to go out for people that look like us and are our age, and Bob's your uncle. So you want to observe yourself, what your basic behavior is like in the cafe, leaving the cafe, on the streetcar, back, going home, in the home, leaving home. You want to observe your basic stuff, and then happy, happy, sad, sad, you know, edges, more extreme edges too, fine.